Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Edward Thompson and I have recently taken up a love of milsim paintball. This is my third time ever playing paintball. The first time was with rental equipment, so I still have a lot to learn, and if anyone has any constructive criticism, please let me know. I want to improve. Now, I have to recharge my T15 as I'm having a lot of issues. I'm pulling the charging handle and I get taken out very quickly with a shot to my red dot sight. It is not a holographic EOTech, it's actually a fake, so it works as a red dot. The guy off to my right was trying to exchange shots with a teammate, the opposing team, the opposing force, and I was an idiot and popped my head out while there were still rounds coming in on that location. If you enjoy this kind of content, please subscribe, as I'll be making a lot of these paintball videos going forward, but this is one of the most random channels on YouTube. This will be mixed in with content of drifting, travel, day in the life kind of stuff, and just general family things. I'm communicating with the guy on the opposing team, letting him know that my team is ready. A few of the other guys have both Baofeng radios, but they were both on the same team. And I have a little walkie-talkie that I take with me out of one of those blister packs. I'm trying to figure out which side to go on as our team splits relatively evenly to the left and right. I cross through the opening, which is not the greatest way to cross, but make my way over to the left. The guy off to my left, sadly I didn't show him on the camera, he was also having issues, it looked like, with his marker. He kept having issues with the reload, and he was firing shots off to my right, I guess trying to clear or get the marker functioning. The guy off to my right is an excellent communicator. He told me earlier that he was in the military and he was doing a great job of communicating enemy locations over by the helicopter. Now I decide I'm going to push forward a little bit as I'm not seeing any enemy movement. Once again, more issues with the T15, so I pull the charging handle once again. Yep, I still have balls in there. Because of the lock bolt, I have to recharge the T15 every time I put a new mag in. I let off a few shots and start to move up, but as I move up, my guy off to my right starts letting me know that's a bad idea, that there's enemy movement off to the left. He even fires a warning shot in front of me. Hey, you look at me. There's the warning shot. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should back up a little bit. So I begin to retreat, but off to my right, someone already has my location, and sure enough, I get hit. Now the ball bounces. I'm a little confused, like, am I out? Was that a hit? I didn't really feel it heavy. I think it hit me on my backpack. But I called it anyway and went ahead and retreated off the field. This is Tito's Paintball Park in Rio Grande, Puerto Rico. A beautiful, beautiful location, as you can see. This is January 14th. Beautiful skies, blue skies, little cloud cover. Mountains everywhere. They have, I think, 5 or 6 different courses. One is the inflatables. We've combined 2 courses. This course we've combined with the container course to add a little bit of distance between us and the other team. They even have a little course for kids where you can rent the gel ball blasters, those little Orbeez style guns. They do a lot of birthday parties, corporate events. Now I decided to cover this container, and as you can see, I get real lucky. A guy comes out the right-hand side. I let off a few shots and duck for cover, but I'm scanning left and right, and here he comes. And bop, bop, bop. And I got a lucky hit on him. He calls his out, but I step back to recharge my rifle.
Hit.
And I get hit again on the backpack. But that was my first out of the day. I finally got a hit on the opposing force. All of that with an untied shoe. Oh man. But yeah, I'm really loving milsim. I'm loving the camaraderie, the small teams. There's not a whole lot of people in Puerto Rico that play milsim. There's a lot more people that play airsoft than paintball milsim. So I'm really enjoying making connections with the small team that I found. The name of the team is Shadow Elite. I believe they have a little bit of a Facebook presence, but mostly the communication is done through WhatsApp, like most things in Puerto Rico. All right, this is one of the longer rounds of the day. We're now on the opposing side, where we're coming from the container side rather than the inflatable side. 3, 2, 1, wiggle, let's play. So I decided I'm gonna run straight up the middle. I'm learning my lesson. I'm taking cover a little bit further back instead of trying to press deep into the field and then getting surrounded on all sides. And I spotted
by the tall black tower.
As I said, there's one downfield. Now I'm using round ball. Obviously, you've seen me change mags a few times, and the field round ball is not the most accurate thing in the world. I've never used first strikes, as I unfortunately cannot afford them at this point, and a lot of the Milsim guys, we have, we're supposed to be playing with the field paint, but occasionally people will use first strikes. But yeah, no such luck. So I'm lobbing some pretty inaccurate rounds downfield, just trying to keep the head down of the opposing force. That guy that just crossed in front of me, I gotta be honest, I almost let a round out on him. Just being jumpy, you know, playing a lot of first-person shooters. Moving up a little bit, I see my teammate on the right moved up some, so I'm thinking, okay, might be a good idea to move up. Now this goes on for some time, me trying to lob rounds and communicate locations downfield.
Moving up, moving up. Watch that 10 tower on the right.
So I start practicing my Spanish a little bit here. Spanish is not my first language. He's letting me know someone's in the container. The one is the container.
Yo cobre el mano izquierda.
I'm covering the left side.
Of the black tower.
The Torre Negro is what I was trying to say. I'm covering the left side of the black tower. He's letting me know someone's in the container.
Time is 12 o'clock.
I have my cell phone set to announce the time on the hour, and I forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb. Thankfully, it didn't give away my position, but that would be a real dumb idea to go into actual combat with with your phone not silenced. All right, quite a few rounds start coming my way, hitting the containers nearby me and the drums. I decide to duck to the right here in just a second. All right, take cover and go for a reload. Now I fumble this reload. This is a first time I'm trying to put the dual mag in my dump pouch. Thompson, he's crossing to the container on my left. I did not reload as quickly as I should have. I probably could have covered him a little bit better. I'm gonna let out a few more shots on the right as I see a guy crossing from right to left. Still no hits. I don't think I landed a single hit on anyone downfield. All right, so I'm getting a little tired of this. Everybody's pushing up, and I decide, yep, I'm gonna go for the move. Making sure to keep people's head behind cover. All right, moving up. You can see on the right-hand side that beautiful African tulip, or Africana tulipan. Gorgeous, gorgeous tree here in Puerto Rico. You can usually find blossoms on that all year round. All right, I'm still focusing all my attention and energy on the right-hand side, going for a reload, and as I'm doing this, I glance down and notice a giant gash in the container. Realizing that's probably giving away my position, I decide I'm gonna go ahead and clear, make sure the container's clear, and retreat to my left. You can hear a few rounds hitting the container, and I'm like, okay, this position's compromised. Let me move off to the left. Now, as I'm moving, I glance very quickly to my right, and surprise, let out a few shots on that opposing force that was moving. Let my teammate know that I'm jammed, but one of us took him out. I'm not sure which one of us got him, but it was satisfying to see an enemy teammate taken out close by. I decide that area is clear, and I begin moving back to the right. I feel really bad. I got this guy on the wrist and the inner thigh.
Sorry.
He's not feeling good. Now, I didn't notice this guy off to my left. He popped out as I began to focus to the right. He hits me with a bounce. I'm a little confused. Was I hit? What happened? Nope. So I call it anyways. I'm out. If you're seeing this and you're in Puerto Rico, I would love to play with you. If you're here visiting, I'd love to hang out with you. We should go play some paintball sometime. Message me on here. I'd love to make a connection with you and come out and we'll all hang out together and introduce you to the team. If you guys would like to see other angles, or if you have any advice on filming, if you want to see gun cams, anything like that, I had the GoPro on the gun, on the marker. I really didn't like the footage from the camera. I find the 360 footage to be much more smooth, better stabilized, and just all around better colors, and with the ability to reframe it, I thoroughly enjoy the 360-degree cam a lot better. But I'm always open to suggestions. I take position here and I start putting rounds on someone that was underneath that bus out there in the distance.
Left side of the bus!
I'm standing in about 3 inches of mud. Thankfully I've got some waterproof boots, but I think I get a hit on this guy and he's out. I don't know if it was me or a teammate that got him out, but definitely successful at keeping his head down. This goes on for a bit, so I speed up the footage there, and I decide I'm going to go for a move up, but instead of going around the right side of the helicopter, I decide to cross in the open like an idiot. Now I fumble this reload so bad, the mag ejects the balls and I crush one in the mag. As you can see, a little expletive there, not too happy about doing that. Now I see a guy pop his head out from the container ahead of me and I can't tell if he's friend or foe.
Friendly?
I get no answer, so I assume this must be foe, but I'm still a little confused. Now I saw there was a guy behind the airplane when I moved forward, so I'm a little hesitant to move up. By the way, you're seeing a splatter. That was a hit on the white container in front of me. Slowed down the footage to confirm that. That was not a hit on me or my marker. As you see, I get 2 clicks here. There is a ball jammed in there, and because of my lock bolt, it won't cycle another round in there. So I give up on that. I decide to switch to my sidearm, which is almost out of air. So I have to rack the slide on every fire that I do. I get another round off and realize, shoot, I'm gonna have to rack this on every round I get out of here. So I'm hoping to try to keep the guy's head down, and then I realize after a while, it doesn't seem like he's there anymore. I guess he's moved on. So I decide, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and move up. Again, I'm still confused if this is an enemy or a friendly or foe. I'm assuming he's a foe. I move up, I see him off to the left behind that stack of 3 containers, but still, you know, he's moving in the same direction I am, so I'm again questioning, is that a friendly or a foe? Checking to see if, there he is. I spot him again out there in the distance. Now I let out about 3, I think I catch him with the 3rd round, and it is my final round in the mag. As you can see, I'm low on air, and he is the final teammate on the opposing team. I gotta be honest, I was pretty happy with that. So I take him out with that last shot of the mag. As you can see, the slide stayed back on that one, indicating that I'm completely out. So, yeah, I was pretty happy with that, and that's game. I encounter one of my teammates coming my direction. That's the game. Let them know, pick up my marker. Guys, thanks for watching this video. If you like it, please subscribe, give me a like, comment. Please let me know what I can improve. Have a good one, y'all.